Hey guys, welcome back to Thursday Thoughts. My name's Zach. Hey, we're recording, big dog.
Oh, shoot, my bad. What's going on, guys? I'm Maddox. Sorry, I was just reading a cornerstone of literature. Diary
Do you know
of
what
a
that
Wimpy
word
Kid.
means?
Cornerstone?
Yeah.
What's it?
Do you know who's my chief cornerstone?
It's a church around here.
It is. Yeah. Well, you can continue.
Oh, well, I was just talking about a cornerstone of literature. Did I use it?
No, it actually is used right. I'm just kind of nitpicking.
Okay, got it.
Yeah.
Cornerstone of literature right here. Diary of a Wimpy Kid. Just, it's prophetic. I mean, this guy, he's really got me through some hard times. You ever
I think
thought
that's the ugly truth, isn't
Have-
it?
it is the ugly truth that Diary of a Wimpy Kid has got us through our hardest times.
Yeah.
One of the manliest men has a diary.
I think it's actually one of the wimpiest kids. I think it's like the whole thing with the
You might be onto something there. Anyway,
Let's just talk about Manny. Big dog Manny.
with his binky, is that what it's called?
Yeah.
His
Was it
blanket?
Manny, Roger. Is it Roderick? Yeah, Roderick. And then who's the other
Susan
one?
and
No, the fat kid. Frederick?
no, that's Rowley.
Rowley?
Frederick's the kid with the glasses.
Really? No, that was almost Houston's name.
Frederick.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Moving on.
Yeah.
Anyway, staying on the topic of kids here.
What?
No, but have you ever seen like those videos? It'll be like sports videos. Like I'm gonna use
Like
golf.
CP?
I'm gonna use golf.
Chris Paul?
No, he was a kid once. Yes. Anyway, but have you ever seen those videos where it'll be like playing with like the number one, like give me an age, 11, playing with the number one ranked 11-year-old golfer, or like
Yeah.
basketball player.
Yeah, basketball.
Like,
Yeah.
why? How do you rank them?
That is low-key true because not very many games of kids that age are filmed, and also there's so much room to develop. Like you could be the number one sixth grader in the world, but
Yeah,
you
that's
can
what
be
I'm saying.
trash if you're 5'1".
Yeah,
You know?
like it don't make any. I don't feel like young kids play enough competitive sports. Like not as many. Like, is there some kids that are gonna be really good in the future that don't play competitively yet? They just play for fun.
Well, honestly, I think even if you look at people like Derek White, I don't even think he got drafted. Like he had to go the G League.
That's what I'm
I
saying.
don't think he got even Division I college. I think
Yeah.
he had to go through. Like I think he had to go through the like JUCO or something.
Yeah,
And I mean that's a full-grown adult. So how could you know that with a kid?
exactly.
And Derek White turned out great.
And they don't play enough. Well, I already said this, but they don't play enough competitive sports to be able to have the accolades to be ranked. Like, I don't know how you determine that, because a lot of the 11-year-olds, or like whatever age you want to pick it from, some of them that don't play that many competitive sporting events, like, kind of, like how like AAU, like if you're really good in AAU, you get ranked really high for your class.
But not everybody plays that.
I don't think like
Yeah.
like there's probably gonna be some 11-year-old that is better than an 11-year-old that plays so much AAU and he just plays like recreational basketball for his school.
Yeah.
Like I don't think that there's enough that you can do to, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like
I
there's not enough competitive sport. And I saw something
'Cause
today.
AAU costs money. Like not
Yeah.
everybody's got the money to play AAU. Like I mean, there's just some people who can't afford it.
I know exactly. It don't make any sense to me, but still, like, I saw something today. It's like this show. I was watching a YouTube video, and it's like this show about. I think it's a reality TV show about kidfluencers, like influencers that are little kids. Like those YouTube channels where it'll be like
The
a little kid.
where they do the toys and stuff.
Yeah, it'll be like
Like
unboxing.
Ryan's,
yeah,
yeah.
it'll be like unboxing, or it'll
I
be
think I've
like
seen some of what you're talking about.
like don't do this at 3 a.m. Why would you make your kids do that?
Yeah, I mean, because
There's
the
no
kid
one-
doesn't have.
They
the
don't
concept
have
of
they
it.
don't have that much like consciousness and knowledge to be able to want to do that stuff. They just know that like it's fun, and like their parents don't really care. It's like, oh, just be yourself. But they in reality they probably are telling them what to do.
Yeah. Well, in the case of like, I think it's Ryan. Like that isn't that like I think he's like an Asian or something.
Maybe.
He's a kid. He's super big. He's got all these things done. He was a little kid influencer or whatever. But like even as a kid, he didn't enjoy it. Like he enjoyed it for a little bit because he was getting toys. But like either he came out or someone else came out and they're like, yeah, he was not happy at all. Like his
Yeah.
parents just forced him to do this
That's
all
what I'm
day
like,
just because they were making so much.
if your kids like know what's going on and they still want to do it, that's perfectly fine.
Yeah.
But like the parents making the kid do it, that is very unethical. No morals behind that at all.
You're using your own kid.
Yeah, you're just you're pumping your kid out for money.
Yeah.
Paying the bills, but hey, if my kid's making a lot of money, best believe I'm doing it. But yeah, I thought that was crazy today because I saw it.
What's your oldest? Didn't he's new, isn't he?
My oldest.
Yeah.
He just, he just turned maybe 6,
6.
maybe
I
5.
thought it was 7, like 6.
I walked into that one. Should have picked a different number.
Yeah, I know you kind of opened it like that
Yeah.
door, like how open that door is, and the window with like the blinds.
The blinds are open, not the window though.
Yeah. No, but the window could be open through the blinds.
Anyway,
Can't see the
so
forest through the trees.
it's always so it's been a long time since we've actually recorded an episode.
No, that's actually not true. We recorded one, but you didn't want to post it. I seem to recall.
Don't remember that.
I
Don't remember that.
I seem to
Anyway,
recall.
it's been about a month since we've actually posted one. I don't like May 20 something was the last time we actually produced one. I think
something like that.
published it like something like
Yeah.
that. Probably the
It has
23rd.
been a minute. I do know.
It has been a minute, but yeah, we've been pretty busy. You've been to Jamaica.
I have.
How's that?
Oh, it was neat. The resort we were at was all inclusive.
Yeah.
That was neat. Cause I mean I've been on some cruises and stuff like that, but I think like just like the it's also like with the drinks and stuff. Like man, I had so many like daiquiris and stuff. It was a really good time.
Yeah.
And honestly, a lot of beaches I don't really like. I'm not the biggest beach.
I'm not
person.
either. I'm not a
I
beach guy.
Like whenever if like on a cruise, you're going to so many different beaches. I think it's fun. But like Jamaica, we were at the same beach every time, so I was kind of I was like maybe I think it'll be good for a little bit, but I don't know how much I'll be into it. But I'm gonna be honest, I really did enjoy it.
Is it anything like the episode of The Office where Michael and Jan go to Jamaica and he comes back like super tan?
I've not watched The Office.
What?
I've not seen it. I've watched a couple episodes. I watched that episode where he's following the GPS and he turns into the lake. That's like the only Office.
It's like I don't
episode I've
even
seen.
know you.
Yeah.
I really don't. I really
But,
don't know you that well.
No, it was really pretty beach, and it was just the whole place was relaxing.
And you said you drank lots of alcohol?
No, it was zero
Like,
alcohol.
you said you drank like buttloads of alcohol, like tons of alcohol.
No, I said zero.
Like, you said like enough alcohol to like supply a family.
Zero.
You said that backstage though.
no,
when
no,
we
no.
were doing makeup.
No, I said you only do makeup.
Dude, you told me why you were sitting in the makeup chair. Like, dude, I drank so much alcohol in Jamaica.
No, that's not true. You're putting words in my mouth.
Dude, you can ask Linda. She was doing your makeup while you were telling me this. She was like, Zach, you're gonna have to stop moving around.
Ask Anna.
Alright, but anyway, let's move into
Anna's our creative director.
indeed. Let's move into the hard hitting questions here.
Mm-hmm. So did he do it, Brayshawn?
Did you see that P. Diddy his charges are getting his charges are getting waived or something. He's
I
getting
knew
let out.
something happened because I started catching, since I've seen all of, in case you guys don't know, I've actually seen every reel that has been made on Instagram Reels. It's just something that I'm attuned to. So I noticed on my feed that I was getting some stuff, and it was like about Diddy's lawyer making the greatest comeback of the century. So I knew something was up, but no, I didn't know exactly what happened.
Okay, maybe I'm making stuff up. It says
So I know something happened.
he was denied bail and he's awaiting sentencing.
Maybe the sentencing got reduced.
Maybe. I saw something that it was
I'm
like.
pretty sure something happened.
See, this
If
is
not,
right
we
here.
can always fake it. We're not a fact-based.
Very
so-
true. Yeah, we've never been a factual show,
Yeah.
except for the fact that you did drink lots of alcohol in Jamaica.
That's not factual.
But it says that the people also asked section. It says that he could serve anywhere from 0 to 10 years.
That's actually not very bad.
How?
For what he did, I don't think that's terrible.
I think it's pretty terrible.
0 to 10.
0 means. Yeah.
10 years for taking videos of
No,
minors.
but that's like max though.
10 years is max. So say he meets in the middle. 5 years for taking videos
Yeah,
of
but that
minors.
means he gets out. If he makes good music, I don't care if he gets out early.
I don't know. Honestly, I haven't listened that much Diddy music.
Well,
It kind of feels weird saying, but
yeah, it is weird.
yeah.
It's hard
just like
to-
that word.
It's like saying O.J. Simpson was like a great football player and not thinking about the other stuff he did.
Yeah, that is true.
He
'Cause,
did
like,
have an
he
MVP.
was a good.
He was a good football player. He did win the MVP, 143 yards a game.
It is really tough.
Yeah, he was a dog. But anyway, the main topic here, the best year. What comes to mind when you think of best year? That we've been alive for.
2001.
Oh my gosh. That we've been alive for.
Can you cut that out?
Maybe.
Just bleep it.
Maybe. What?
Shoot. Like, I think 2010 is a good year. My sister was born, so that automatically disqualifies it.
My brother was born in 2010 also.
Yeah, no, I hate that year. Honestly. Yeah, I wish anybody born on tax day would just be erased from human history.
She was born on tax day?
What? What a coincidence! I didn't even think about that when I said that. Dude, that's nuts.
It's funny.
But honestly, best years. Okay, now this is not the best year. I know it was a really bad year for a lot of people. This is not my best year, but just an honorable mention, I think, for me would be the COVID school years. Like, you know, it was bad for a lot of people. I know that. But I was a kid, so I just played video games all
For
day.
kids, I feel like it was a great year
If
to
you were-
remember.
Do what?
To remember.
Yeah.
Not like for humanity, it was a
Yeah.
terrible
No,
year.
horrible year.
Yeah.
A lot of people, it was very bad for them. And,
Not even just
Yeah.
COVID, like the protests.
yeah.
That made
and
it
also,
bad,
like,
too.
just being isolated. It was a very bad year for a lot of people.
Oh, yeah.
But I was a kid. I just played Fortnite. I gotta be straight. Yeah, bro, I hopped on and I was cranking.
It's crazy. Okay, but I'm just gonna go through the 3 that I had picked out that I could
Okay.
find the most, points for, that you can make a good argument for it being the best year.
I'm sure we'll have a similar year.
Yeah, maybe. So, the year 2010 is my first year.
2010. I think it was a
So-
good year. It's just, you know.
Tax day.
Am I right?
But anyway, so 2010, we'll start off. A boom in social media.
That is true.
That is when social media really took a big, jump. Became a lot more.
I think some people could argue that was a bad thing, though, because a lot of people
Oh,
became
yeah.
less focused in person.
For sure. Yeah. But
Like-
yeah, like a boom in social media. That's when a lot of stuff, it
Like
started
Facebook
to
and stuff.
catch stride. Yes, like a bunch of social media apps, and there's like influencers. Oh, God forbid, like us.
Yeah,
Anyway.
I know. Well, you know what they say: support a influencer.
But just like some music stuff, Justin Bieber's "Baby." I would love to hear you do a cover on Justin Bieber's "Baby." Can you do a little louder for the mic?
No.
Can we get a mic check on the "Baby"?
No. Huh?
Bruno Mars is "Just the Way You Are." I believe. Let's see. What year did Doo Wops and Hooligans come out? That album is so good. Oh, that's not right. Take a guess what you think it was.
2010.
Doubt.
Yes. It is.
Doubt.
It's actually 2011, but I want to say 2010.
Okay,
because-
can you guess the month?
Yeah, September.
No, that was actually wait, hang on.
It's
It was made available to listen.
September.
No.
In September. It's
It was-
made available to listen in September. It's made available to listen.
It was
September.
released
27th.
October 4th, 2010.
Oh shoot! I actually could have guessed that.
Yeah.
Bro, there's easy.
It's 2 days after your birthday.
Very doxing me.
At least I haven't given out your social security number like Colby.
That is true.
You're good.
Anybody who wants to pay us a premium, we will release
Yeah, if
uncut
you wanna-
footage of Kobe's.
If you want to
social
buy a
security.
subscription, we can get you what you need to steal Kobe's
Yeah.
identity.
Well, we also have like his address and all that stuff.
Oh, we do.
If you
Yeah.
see those people, actually, I say those people. I've seen one person who did. He wrote his whole credit card information on his golf balls so he doesn't lose them. I think it's a really good idea because the water can't steal my credit card, so I figure I should be safe. But that way you don't want to lose balls.
How would that happen though?
What you mean?
How would you not lose balls because your credit card information is on a golf ball?
Because you don't want to lose it.
Yeah, but I mean that. I don't want to lose any of my balls,
Well, apparently.
but I still do.
Well, I mean, you want that hitch in your swing, so I mean, you must not be looking for a.
Moving on. Eminem's recovery
it's a
album.
sensitive subject. Dude, don't get me started.
Eminem's
It's
recovery album. Eminem. Did you know? What's his real name? Do you know his real name?
Marshall.
What's his last name?
I don't know.
Marshall Mathers. What's his
Actually-
initials?
Eminem.
Eminem.
Hey.
It's pretty clever.
That actually is pretty clever.
pretty clever.
It's like he knows how to do like play on words and stuff. It's like a double entendre.
Dude, it's like he's a rapper of some
Yeah.
kind.
Yeah.
It's like he has a knack for like,
Yeah.
rhyming
Yeah.
and having whatever.
Yeah.
Avatar. It became the top grossing film. I don't know if it
Really?
came out that year or if it became the top grossing film that year.
That bookstore about Marshall. Running on empty.
Marshall
Oh, it's empty. Never mind.
Marshall Ulrich.
No, it's just Marshall. What?
Running on Empty, an ultra marathoner's story of love, loss, and a record-setting run across America. 3,063 miles in 52 days at 57 years old. You think you could run over 3,000 miles at 57 years old?
You don't have to.
Definitely
give,
not with your
You don't have to
knees.
give me the age. It can't just be any age. You can tell me right now. You can say any number of age. I will say no.
Truth. I need to read this book. It seems pretty interesting.
I don't read.
What were we talking about? Avatar release date.
Yeah.
It came out in 2009.
I guess it just took a year to catch on.
Yeah, it came out December of 2009. So maybe that's when it maybe it made all that money in 2010.
Well, I mean, yeah, I think if it's got December, it's got 30 days to have it be relevant.
That's very true.
So I mean, that's.
It came out the mid-December though.
I'm gonna be honest though. I haven't seen that much of Avatar.
December 16th.
I watched the live action one. I watched all of that, and I watched some of the animated one. But I haven't watched.
Oh no, I meant the Avatar the blue guys.
Oh shoot.
Yeah, that Avatar.
Oh, that Avatar is sick.
That Avatar is fire. Have you watched
Yeah.
the new one? Number 2?
Yeah.
The Way of the Water?
Yeah, it was expensive
I saw-
as crap.
Yeah, I saw
I
that.
think the first one's better though.
The first one, I agree. I think it's better. I think it's more nostalgic. I think it was well written.
I didn't know that was that long ago.
Yeah, 2009. It's pretty crazy. What else do I have here? The Burj Khalifa opens in Dubai.
I don't
You know, big tall building. It was
Yeah.
erected in Dubai, 2010.
Really?
Yes.
Dubai. When was Dubai erect?
I don't know. When was Dubai erect?
I would use different wording.
When was
I'm gonna
Dubai
bring this
built?
closer to me. Actually, it's kind of in my mouth. I'm gonna get that.
Oh, I typed in erect.
Here, is this
1833.
better? Yep,
by-
yep.
Is it better?
Yeah, it's better.
All right.
I think it's a little louder.
But yeah, that's all I got for 2010. So as of right
Actually-
now, 2010 is the 1 seed
That's your one seed, or just because you've only said
because
one?
I've only said it.
Okay.
Yeah,
so,
it has no
so
competition.
you have a favorite out of them.
Yes.
Okay.
Absolutely.
But it's okay. Yeah, I
Yes.
see what you're doing. I see what you're doing.
So next we're gonna move on to 2016.
I think that's probably gonna be. My
I think
best
that's
one.
a 1 seed right there.
I think
one
that's
seed
the
potential.
1 seed.
It's a big year for sports for sure. To kick it off with the Cavs finals comeback, which would have happened in around the summer.
Yeah, it's kind of tough.
So when they came back down 3-1, only team to ever do it and probably ever will. I
it's.
don't see anybody else
crazy.
doing that.
I'm sure another team will, but it's gonna take forever. You know.
Truth. I'm probably not gonna be allowed to see it.
I hope I am. 'Cause it'd be
Oh, I
neat,
am too, but I just don't know if
I don't know if it will. That's just
Um,
one of those things, you know.
But
Just
yeah.
don't happen.
Speaking of the finals, what's your opinion on OKC
So-
winning it all?
Honestly, I'm not a fan of OKC, but I am a fan of the Pacers.
It was sad to see Tyrese
Yeah.
go down.
To be honest,
Very sad.
as much as I don't like OKC, if they would have if Halliburton wouldn't have got hurt, I really think that would have been a really fun game to watch.
Oh, for sure.
I don't like
yeah, we watched
OKC
it.
because
It was,
they're a little floppy, a little flop heavy.
Mhm. I like them. They got UK guys. And they got
Yeah.
Casey Wallace and Shea, obviously. So
I think honestly, I believe that if he didn't go down, then I think
they probably would have won.
that's what I'm
It would have been close.
because
If
it was only
that.
like a 10-point game with him down,
Yeah,
and he was on fire.
I know he hit like
He was
3
so-
out of his first 4, maybe.
And that way, T.J. McConnell would have got to be in the substitutes rotation,
Mm.
which would have given them a boost.
He went on a run there for a while too.
He did, yeah.
Yeah,
But I really think that they would have won it, or it would have at least been a game.
yeah, it would have been way
It was
closer.
kind of, I mean, shoot, we turned it off and watched Spaceballs, but
Truth.
yeah,
We did do that.
Sort of. I left.
You
before it was
left,
over.
yeah. Me and Colby finished it.
Yeah, I know.
which
Well, I've
is-
already seen it, so you know.
Great movie.
Yeah, Spaceballs 2, it's coming up.
See, I don't know how that's gonna happen. Mel Brooks.
Yeah.
The director, and President is it Scoob? I'm gonna call him
Something
Scoob.
like that.
Because Scoob sounds too much like the dog.
Yeah.
And he's 97
He's 97.
or 98. Sorry.
I bet he would come back and do it. If I was 98 and
But
they
that's
told
the
me they
thing.
were making another space, the only thing is it's just gonna be intensive on him, so they can't have many scenes with
That's
him.
what I'm saying. He is gonna direct it.
Oh, he's gonna direct.
He's gonna direct it,
Okay.
but it comes out in 2027. He will literally be 100 years old or about to turn 100 years old.
I feel like
I just don't think he makes it.
I have a
there.
feeling this film's gonna be an in loving memory of him
Agree.
film.
Agree.
That's probably why they're doing it, because they're like, I mean, they don't have that many years left to get it off.
Oh yeah.
I think it'd be a good movie. You know, the Schwartz is strong with them.
What's his name? John Candy passed, which is not good. They're not coming back with a lot of with a lot of cast members.
Which,
What?
to be fair, though, I think this is the one show that could get away with having different cast members, because it's already not like a show people take seriously.
Yeah, true.
Like, I'm not digging into the
You know
plot.
Rick Moranis, Dark Helmet.
Yeah.
He's like left Hollywood. Like he hasn't acted in years.
I bet he could come back.
I think he might, but like,
I
it's
wonder
kind
why
of
he
iffy.
stopped acting,
I have no idea.
you know?
I don't want to get into it because we're already off the tangent here.
That is true. Huge, big old tangent.
Also in 2016, the Cubs win the World Series, and then
I
they're
don't like the Cubs.
100-year drought.
Don't like the Cubs.
I'm not gonna look it up. I think it was about a 100-year drought, close to it.
I mean, that's impressive, but, you know, I don't like the Cubs. St.
Why?
Louis is the only good baseball team.
Moving on. Trump first presidency, his first term.
This is true.
Most people probably hate that, but
Yeah.
we love that. We love to see more of that. He's taking his victory lap right now in Iowa. We saw that on the TV
I know,
seconds
he's
ago.
8 years late.
Yeah, why didn't he
Ain't
do
nobody-
that? Why
ain't
didn't he do that in
nobody in
2016?
Yeah. When's he taking his lap in Kentucky?
I don't know, but I don't think it'll be around here. We'll probably have to go to like Lexington.
Oh, I'm sure he's going to go to the CFSB.
Of course.
I mean, to be fair, we have had a president there.
True. Maybe we need to get hit by another tornado.
Yeah.
God forbid that happens. That would be terrible.
That would be terrible. Yeah, that was
The 2016 Olympics, Simone Biles is the all-around gold medalist. I'm sure Michael Phelps was in that one. I think that might have been his last one. Maybe. Okay. But yeah, I love watching the Olympics.
I
I
think
watched
the
this
Olympics
past
is
one. That was just
I
last
watch
year.
all of the Olympics.
Yeah, I thought
stuff.
I love.
I watch as soon as when Olympics is on. That's all I do. Even sports that I don't like. How you were saying, like that you want to go to at least one of every event. Like our
Yeah,
last
like
year.
senior year, going to
Yeah.
every one a sporting event. I
I
think
think
that'd
that's
be
the
fun.
same thing with the Olympics. You know,
Yeah,
even
like
the
you don't
stuff
care
I
what you're
don't know-
watching.
yeah.
You're just you feel so
And-
patriotic
Yeah.
that you want to watch
and,
it.
and you always have somebody like USA. So I'm gonna root for USA. You know.
Yeah.
Or like
exactly.
if USA is losing, maybe like they're like in dead last, maybe I'll go like Canada or something
Mm-hmm.
or someone. But like I have like even the sports I don't know about, I know who I want to root for. Like I'm gonna root for USA.
Yeah, exactly.
Regardless, and it gives you something to go on to. And USA is pretty good at Olympics, so you tend to
Yeah,
end up being
normally we
pretty
win
good.
most of the gold.
Yeah.
Which is like, I'm glad that the Team USA basketball team was actually good this year.
That was
'cause
such
they
a good
always
game.
suck. So
Did you watch that live?
I didn't.
That Curry
No.
shot made me lose my marbles.
Yeah,
whenever
that's
he
one
hit
of
that. That
that's
was
one of my
awesome.
biggest regrets. I didn't watch that game.
I was
But,
like
like-
Warriors, or not Warriors fan. I've been a Curry fan ever since that. I just watched the Warriors only for him, and now they got Butler, and I like Butler's shot in 2K.
Kobe
When-
Bryant got drafted to them.
Really?
Mm-hmm. From Kentucky, the sharpshooter. If Curry can mentor him, be pretty legit.
Because Curry doesn't. Which, to be honest, out of all the players, like I know LeBron's been playing forever. But
Yeah.
if you're thinking about people who can play forever, Curry's got to be up on your list.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
You
that
gotta-
brother's not.
If he wins one more finals, like you gotta think he's top 3 or even in the GOAT debate.
I mean, where he can run, or all he does that's physically intensive on his body. Like he doesn't, like LeBron, he's taking contact and dunking. Curry's just shooting the ball. Not to tone that down. Like it's really impressive that he can do that, but it's not that hard on the body. That's not the hardest thing.
Yeah,
on
he
the
could
body.
go for a little.
The only
bit
thing
longer.
that gets him that would be kind of hard is all the cardio he does because he outruns everybody.
Mhm.
But say as he gets older, he can just run less because he's so conditioned. That's it's really good for your body to be able
Yeah.
to run like that. So I think
And, like,
he really has.
He hasn't really had
long-term
any
potential.
major injuries besides his ankle in his early
Yeah.
years.
But
But it
that
looks
was-
like he's been fine ever since.
And especially with this new talent getting the goals, I think he was kind of ready to quit just because Golden State.
Everybody was
didn't-
leaving. Clay was kind of washed and
Yeah.
left. Draymond, I don't think he'll ever leave.
I mean, they're just everybody's getting old. I think Curry was just kind of tired because they weren't a contender for so many years.
Yeah,
They were kind of out of it.
yeah. Now they have a real shot with Jimmy.
That's what I'm saying.
So I think that's
I
good.
was I honestly thought that they were going to go very far, but they kind of got shut down.
Mhm.
But I think they didn't have that much time to develop Jimmy because they were one of the best teams. If you look at their
Yeah,
record,
when they had him.
Whenever
They were
they
one
had
of the
him,
best teams in the league.
so I think if they, and also Jimmy Butler, he's been playing super like selfless. Yeah, that's right. Selfless
Yeah,
with
selfless
it.
basketball.
Like he said, like I'll just fill whatever I need to do. He's not trying to be a ball hog or whatever.
Yeah,
He's just trying to fill.
for
And
sure.
All he wants is that championship shot, and they definitely have one.
Yeah,
They put
he
something
needs
together.
one for sure. Also in 2016, Leonardo DiCaprio's first Oscar.
For what? What movie?
So Pokemon Go was pretty good. Now I'm gonna look it up.
It's
I'm
probably like
curious now.
Inception. That seems like about when it would have came out.
DiCaprio first Oscar. It was for the Revenant.
The Revenant.
Yeah, the Revenant.
Well,
He had been at 2016. He had been nominated for the award 5 times before, including The Aviator, Blood Diamond, The Wolf of Wall Street, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, and the Best Supporting
you
Actor
not get
for
nominated
What's
for Now You See Me, or not Now You See Me.
Catch Me If You Can.
Catch Me If You Can.
When did that movie come out?
I don't know. It was a long time ago. He was young. I think he played a really good. Why am I looking at the good old eye contact with the mic? I think I looked at the computer.
It came out in
and you get
2002.
2002.
I can't believe that he didn't get nominated for that.
That was.
That movie was really good.
Yeah.
It earned slightly above $30 million in 3,225 theaters during its opening weekend.
Good.
That's pretty crazy. Tom Hanks carries, though.
Yeah, I guess that's Tom Hanks probably got.
Tom Hanks probably won it, and I don't think he
Yeah.
won supporting actor. Pokemon Go was big in 2016. And I'm
Yep.
sure that's not big for a lot
Yeah.
of people, but also for a lot of people who probably don't listen to us, Pokemon Go is like their life because they grew up on Pokemon, like watching the animated show.
That is true.
So like had to have that game, and it makes them walk, which there was a little bit of controversy because people getting hit by like cars.
And like 18-wheelers.
But yeah, like God rest their soul. But yeah, for Pokemon Go to come out for the people that grew up on Pokemon was like a big deal for them at the time because like that's their childhood coming out.
Like, and I'm not the biggest Pokemon. I mean, I've obviously played it,
Yeah,
but I'm not the biggest fan of it. But like, if I was into Pokemon, that game would be awesome. Because I mean,
Mhm.
especially you're just sitting in a car, which to be fair, they don't really let you do it while you're in a car.
I guess
But-
yeah.
But like, say you're traveling, every time you stop at a gas station or whatever, you can check and try and get like.
Yeah, if you're a
These
big
ones-
traveler, I'm
yeah.
sure the game was like so fun.
Yeah. And even what you're saying, just get outside and walk in or whatever. Just add something else to it that they. Can,
Yeah, it just
Yeah,
gives you
dude.
a little bit of cardio while also kind of still playing video games, which is
Yeah.
something that doesn't go hand in hand.
Yeah.
But to cap off 2016, the Broncos won the Super Bowl, which is probably about the first thing of that year because that happened in like February.
Yeah, that was.
But yeah,
Also-
Peyton Manning finally got his, and then I think he might have retired after that.
I don't know.
I don't know.
But also, one of the things about 2016, now it doesn't have to do with the major events. Just I think for me, like in general, like I was young.
Yeah,
I just got to do whatever. I mean, it was
I'm
just
sure
a fun year for me.
there was probably
Like,
a
I
lot of
just had-
social
like, I had-
media trends too. I
Uh,
feel like that was a big boom in social media
I just
too.
know that year for me, I enjoyed.
Yeah, for sure.
like even besides all of this other stuff that happened, it was just a good year. Like I had fun.
Yeah. In 2016, popular social media apps including Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, YouTube, and Twitter.
It's Twitter.
Truth.
Talking about apps.
Additionally, platforms like Pinterest, Reddit, WhatsApp, and LinkedIn also saw significant usage. Vine was still popular, but later discontinued. Miss Vine.
Fire. You don't
Miss
like Vines?
No, I miss Vine.
Oh, I was about to say,
Yeah,
I
I miss Vines.
Vines are awesome.
Vines are awesome.
There were some of those.
They are a cornerstone of my humor.
Vines were literally the best thing ever.
Absolutely, it's better than TikTok
It's better than all the stuff we got now.
for sure.
And like, it wasn't just like, how do I say this? I guess it wasn't like brain rot. Like it was stupid stuff, but it wasn't.
But it's not something.
It wasn't like
it's gonna
chimpanzini Benanini or something.
It's not something stupid.
It was
that.
like
it's just
yeah.
funny. It's funny stuff, but it's like it's real.
Yeah,
it's
and
not
it
AI
takes
generated.
effort. Like I saw this reel, and it was kind of cooked. Like it was this Instagram message, and it said, "Today seems like a good day to swim," and then there's like the Snapchat thing,
Yeah.
like that text box, right? And he said like, I don't know, he was like, "Help me" or something. I was like, "This doesn't make any sense." And then I looked at the caption. It said like 8 billion piranhas, and I was like, that was funny, but that was super low effort. Like that wouldn't go as a Vine. Like as a Vine.
Yeah. You had to be kind of creative,
Yeah.
but also in like you kind of catch on quick kind of
Yeah.
way. You don't want to think about it too much.
Yeah, like it actually took.
Because like
effort.
I feel like the stuff that I gotta find now when I'm watching like TikTok or Reels, like you gotta when you see it at first you don't understand it, so you gotta go to the comments and you gotta watch other videos and you just kind of gotta like figure it out.
And like
all the stuff they were posting on Vine was like original and new, and it didn't
Yeah.
have lore that you had to pick up on to be able to figure it out. You already knew it.
like now, if you don't know the trends, a lot of stuff that comes up on Instagram and stuff is like you're just not gonna get it.
Yeah, no, it doesn't
But,
click. Like you have to think.
Like so many of the jokes I see are like you know, like that one with the SpongeBob chair. I can't really say the real.
Maybe.
It
Okay.
was like here. Oh, actually, I'll just show you later
Okay.
because it's
Probably don't need to play it on here.
no, definitely not.
Yeah, we're trying to go to college.
But yeah, like the Vines, it was just people who were genuinely being funny and kids getting hurt. That was but like it was obviously, you know, like, you know, it's gonna be shorter attention span stuff, but it wasn't stupid. It was it had to be like there was that guy who would go and narrate the people, you know, talking about. It's like Thomas,
gosh,
maybe.
it's Thomas something.
Thomas S, I think.
No,
Is that? I know who it is.
I have to look it up.
But like that,
It's gonna
that's
eat away.
that's creative. That's neat, and it's funny. And the things he would say is funny. It was kind of improv on the spot too. Like that was creative.
Thomas Sanders.
I told you it was
S.
Thomas S.
Thomas Sanders.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shoot.
We're already on low battery.
All right, we'll wrap this up. 2019, we're gonna roll through it. Here we go.
We have 10%.
2019, we're gonna roll
Yeah,
through
shoot.
it.
Yeah.
2019.
Hey, 2016 best year. 2016 best year.
Yeah, 1 seed. 2016 so far.
Yep.
2019, the supposed best year for humanity. This is an interesting one because 2019 was not one that I thought of, which is really funny because it got really good and then it got really bad for 2020. So we'll just jump right into it. The Area 51 raid meme. That goes back to kind of a Vine thing. Like that's dumb, but like it's not like so dumb that it's gonna rot your brain.
Yeah.
Like it's just dumb fun.
Yeah. I think there really is a difference. I wish stuff would go back to that.
Oh yeah.
Like whenever I'm on YouTube, I always turn off the short, which there's not a setting to turn off, but you can click like it disable shorts for like a short period of time or something, or ignore shorts. Like I still do that because like sometimes I'm just trying to like watch YouTube, but I always get like sucked into those shorts.
Yeah,
I
I do be scrolling on shorts.
I can't get away from. Bro, I'm telling you, there's like 3 dots whenever
it
it
hooks
shows
you. It's not good, but it hooks you.
Mm-hmm.
Like you don't want to watch them, but you can't stop.
That's what I'm saying. Like you'll see something and you're like, you know, that's like it's sort of relevant. Like say a video game I'm playing, it'll be something about that video. So I click it, then just instinctively I scroll, and then I'm locked in. You know.
Yeah, I know you can't
But
get back to the video.
There's 3 dots. I'll show you. So it'll be like YouTube. It'll be your videos, and then it has that column of shorts.
Yeah.
it'll be 3 dots up here. Click on it. It'll be like ignore shorts or whatever, and it'll turn them off for like a day or something.
That's a game changer.
That's what you gotta do is every morning.
That's a
or
game
I don't
changer.
get on my phone in the morning because
Yeah.
I literally won't get out of bed. I'll just lay there.
Me too.
I'll be baked the whole day. But yeah, you gotta disable.
You gotta turn off
them
those shorts, man. They'll get you.
It really is. 'Cause
They'll get
I
you.
like watching YouTube videos, but when you're watching shorts all day, waiting for a YouTube video to develop is like awful.
It's bad. It's bad.
Especially when Instagram shorts are just bang, bang, bang. Then when I have to watch a YouTube video or a movie, heaven forbid. It's so bad. Because I'm just not used to it. So I'm trying to like lock it. What are we at?
9%.
9%. Okay.
We're good.
let's
We're
go,
good. We're
let's-
good.
Okay.
Okay.
We shut up.
Some notable movies here. Avengers Endgame.
Yeah, no, that is
Hot, like
banger movie.
it. It was up there with like of Avatar and grossing money, which
it was the conclusion of everything.
I think
Like,
Infinity War was still better though.
Infinity War is better.
It was one
hands
of the
down,
ones
but-
where like you're sitting in the theater, you're like, oh, they're gonna beat Thanos, like no problem. When you're sitting there,
Are you talking about Infinity War?
Yeah.
Yeah.
and Thor throws his what's it called, Stormbreaker, and it's going through that like beam.
Yeah.
Dude, you're like, oh, he's got it, and then he snaps, and then your heart drops. You're like, what's next? And then you have to wait multiple years for the next one to come out.
No, I think that's what made it so good because the Avengers always win, but that time they didn't.
Yeah,
Which just
I think
makes it
that's
so
what
much
made
better.
Endgame so good. You're like, how are they gonna do this?
Yeah.
Like, it already happened. There's nothing we can do. Like, how are they gonna bring this back? But another notable movie, Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse.
That's fire.
Really good movie.
I'm
Then
waiting
they
on
came
the
out
ne-
with the
I'm waiting
next
on
one.
the newest one.
Yeah, the new. It's gonna be a little bit though.
Mhm.
I don't know how many years they got left, but anyway, just a notable song here. For the time, this was good. I'm not saying it's good now.
Yeah.
Old Town Road by Lil Nas X.
That song took over though.
It did take over the world for a little while.
Then he turned gay.
Yes, he
I
did.
think he might have turned straight again.
You can't. Yeah, he like follows God now.
Does he?
It's actually pretty wholesome.
That's actually awesome.
Yeah. But you
Hey,
can't
big
look at me and
ups.
tell me that Industry Baby was not a fire song.
The Industry Baby was good.
Yeah, it's some bangers.
Hey Panini, don't you be a me.
Yeah, that song sucks.
Yeah, it was terrible.
That song's terrible.
But I knew that one part, so that's why I had to say it. But that was the only other song I know from him. No, I know one more. What is it? It's never mind. I don't know.
The first ever image of a black hole was in 2019.
Hmm.
I don't know how that helps us in the seating, but I thought I'd note that.
I could have sworn I saw one in Interstellar.
When did that come out?
I have no idea.
Probably prior to 2019.
Yeah.
Kawhi Leonard's magical finals run. A little bit of sports there.
Did have a run.
Yeah.
I still think the
Can't believe
2016
we beat that-
sports
the
event
Warriors
was better.
though. Yeah, the 2016 sporting events were a lot better. But just I thought that put that in there.
I mean, it's still.
just for a sport.
Definitely not mad about. I mean,
That's
shoot,
really
we'll be
the
talking
only-
about the 2025 Pacers run though.
Yeah, if they would have won it all, that'd have been nuts.
I know they
That'd
almost
be up there.
did.
That'd be up there with like Dirk's final run
Yeah.
in 2011.
No, I think that's crazy how far they made it.
Yeah,
You see that? I'm pretty sure they traded Siakam. Did you see that?
they traded Miles Turner.
Or Miles Turner.
Or I think his contract might have ran out because what they did, the Bucks, they waived Damian Lillard and used the remaining $113 million in his contract to obtain Miles Turner.
So okay.
So
So they
I think,
send him over while they're still paying him, and then they get Miles Turner for
Yes,
free. Okay.
but I don't like. I think Dame is waived. He's not playing for anybody,
I
but
saw
he's still
that.
getting paid, and Miles Turner's going to the Bucks.
Okay.
So yeah, let's see here. This is where I say it was the supposed best year for humanity in 2019. Low levels of warfare, poverty, child morality, and illiteracy. So some really good things when it comes to humanity as a whole.
Yeah.
There wasn't any war.
I think it,
Poverty all time low.
yeah, that's kind of
child
sad if you
morality
think
all-time
about
low.
it. As all of that was getting better, I think COVID, like I know I'm going up. This is better. It's like things are getting better, and then COVID came and
COVID
things
hit
went
and just
down.
took it all
Yeah.
back down. Yeah, because then it became like the worst year for humanity in
Yeah.
2020. So we went from we're like one of those graphs, you see on like YouTube Shorts.
Yeah.
It'll be going like this, and you spike up. This is 2019. This is 2020. You can't see it because it's on the floor.
Yeah.
But there was high levels of access.
5%.
We're good. We're in the home stretch
Yeah,
here.
we got.
High levels of access to clean water and the and the internet followed with the highest level of global life expectancy. So
Pretty good.
the highest levels of clean water and the internet followed by the highest level of global life expectancy, which I thought was pretty interesting.
I
Like,
didn't know that.
I
at
can't
all.
believe that it peaked in 2019, that there were so, like, people, they could live for longer. Like, I just wouldn't think that'd be like, why? Why did that happen? It's probably because of the poverty, child morality, and warfare.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure child morality really tips it because you have a lot of people dying very young.
And
That would
the
kinda
high
like-
access to clean water probably helped as well.
Oh, I'm sure.
Probably
That is
hydrated the
neat
body
though.
a little better.
I didn't know everything was like.
That's what I'm
going
saying.
up
Everything
like
peaked up in 2019, then 2019 just
that's 6 years
Gone.
ago.
that is crazy.
That's nuts.
Yeah. And 2020 was 5 years ago. It feels like I was playing Fortnite yesterday.
Yeah.
In my
Back in
bedroom.
season 7.
And
Season
the
7
baby just
was lit.
I don't know why the first thing I remember from quarantine was sitting on my couch doing my work in middle school, and the baby dropped an album.
The baby, he was on a.
He was on a tear for a little while. He dropped I don't know what the album's called.
Oh,
Rockstar did drop in 2020.
no, I know what you're talking about.
It's
It's the one
the-
with he's got the hat on, I think. I don't know.
We're gonna run out of battery, but
Oh, we got 4%. I really don't want this to lose. This
we're good.
footage.
We're good. Trust. What is? Oh, Kirk. Yeah, I would not have guessed that. Do you know this album? He's holding a baby, and there's
Yeah.
like purple. This album was fire, and what's his other albums? Baby on Baby. This one.
That's the one I'm thinking of.
This was in 2018.
Baby
That was like the first brain rot there ever was. You know, with the car.
Mhm.
Let's go. That's the first ever brain rot there ever was.
Let's go.
But yeah, that's all I got here. So I think the seeding and the way that I place these, 2016 the number 1, 2019 the number 2, a close second to 2016, 2010 at the bottom. Unfortunately, because 2010 was a very nostalgic year.
I think I'm gonna switch those just because I like.
Really,
2010.
2010 and 2019.
Yeah. I honestly didn't have that. Like 2019 was a good year, but I think I still take 2010. So I think
Mm.
I would go 2016, 2010, and then 2019.
Okay.
That's gonna be my.
Agree to disagree. We'll put it in the polls and we'll leave it up to the pollers.
All right.
But yeah, do you got any other years that you think might add in?
Any?
I
other
really
years?
can't think of anything that like.
No, I mean.
I'm sure if I looked it up and be like, wow, that happened in that year, I didn't know that. That's notable. But like,
honestly, all the notable stuff that happens, you still gotta tie it in. Like this is my opinion. So it's kind of what I experienced in those
yeah,
years too.
true.
So it's
It's all very subjective.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like so all of this stuff could have happened some other year, but like 2016 was just a good year for me. Like I had a lot of fun.
like
with
there
it.
was so
Like,
like
it'd still be a
because
seed
big
for me.
sports guy. There was
Yeah.
a lot of really good sporting stuff that happened.
Yeah.
So therefore, I'm going to say 2016.
Yeah.
And I also
Like even if you took away the
also,
other stuff and just left the
in
sports.
2016, what was that? That'd be 11 years ago. So I was 7. So I was 7. So I was having fun.
Yeah.
I was 8. I was 7 or 8.
Nah, you'd be just little.
Like I'm
so
just
you'd be
having
doing
fun.
whatever. Yeah.
like, playing a lot of Minecraft at my grandpa's house.
Yeah. One time I lost the Minecraft world. I built this big old base and I was on the flat world and I dug through the bedrock and my controller died and I fell all the way down in creative.
How'd you? Oh, in creative.
In creative, yeah.
I thought you dug through the bedrock
And
in
I
survival.
fell for so long. I spent like 10 minutes flying up and I still couldn't reach it.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
It's pretty crazy.
Yeah, and I never found it.
But yeah,
I was so mad.
that's all I got. Unless
That's
you got
all,
anything.
that's all I got.
We're gonna try to get back on a good uploading schedule. We got school back around, coming back around here in about a month or so.
No, I don't want to think about it.
Yeah, it's pretty terrible, but it's gotta happen. And when school gets back in, we'll probably be on a better uploading schedule
It's true.
because we're more in order.
Yeah.
But yeah,
they kind of force you to to have your things.
yeah, we kind of have to put up episodes or school gets really boring.
Yeah.
Yeah, for everybody. We're doing the Lord's work out here.
Yeah.
Yeah. With that being said,
Do you have a movie recommendation?
I don't, but I'm gonna
Okay.
do something new today.
Okay.
Let's read what is this? The verse of the day on my Bible app.
All right.
I'm gonna start doing this.
Do we have
John-
the same verse or is it different?
We probably do. If you have the same app, it's probably gonna be the same verse.
I'm gonna check that.
Let's check it. I'm gonna read it while you check.
Okay.
John chapter 20 verse 29. Jesus said to him, "Have you come to believe because you have seen me? Blessed are those who have not seen and have believed." I think that's pretty powerful.
Yeah. I mean, it definitely is very powerful.
I mean,
Also,
yeah.
just confirm we do it the same.
We do the same verse.
We do
That's
the
pretty
same
lit.
verse.
But yeah, we'll start doing that more. Doing a little bit of verse of the day. I'm sure it'd please Kanan
It would.
if he's
he would
listening.
be happy.
If he made it, how long is this?
Yeah.
45 minutes. I'm sure if he made it to the 45-minute
We're on
mark,
2%, so we need to.
we're good. We're
wrap
good.
it up.
We're good.
Because it's got to save, too. Yeah, I think that may take a
We'll
second.
make it.
Yeah.
Bro. You don't think I'm like technological genius?
Uh-huh. That is
Anyway.
big stuff because we're the ones who have not seen and have to believe. So, it's talking about us there.
Truth.
So,
Truth.
big stuff.
No one's really seen, but yet the people who do believe, I think like it holds a lot more power that if you can believe on. It's like, this is a stupid example, but it's like Santa Claus. Like you feel the magic within you that Santa Claus is real, and like all like the Tooth Fairy and the Easter Bunny and all that. But like you don't see it, so like it's kind of a magical feeling, and it's kind of the same with the Lord. Like you don't see him all the time, but you know.
It's like if you like what he's talking about. Like if you were to literally have seen like if you saw him like raise someone from the dead, you couldn't help but believe.
Yeah, but like
where we're at now, like you just
it's
have, like,
it's
you
so
just have
much
this-
harder to believe.
Yeah, like you have to. All you've got is like the scriptures and stuff, and like obviously the Lord can speak to you and stuff, but it's not like I mean it would be. I mean, I don't think you could put anybody in front. I mean, obviously you could put a Pharisee, but you couldn't put very many people. If somebody came and raised somebody from the dead, you'd have.
It's hard to deny that, but
We gotta end this. We can finish.
all right, we'll see you guys
See ya.
2 weeks from now.
Bye.
Have a good one.